Welcome to round 5 of the 32 beer challenge. I've got the 5th highest rated beer against the 5th worst rated beer. This is Paulaner Münchner Lager. The Munich Hells, or German Hells beer, brewed in Munich. And it's got an ABV of, I think, 5%. Let's see. 5.1, something like that, I'm not sure. And of course, Coors, brewed in Golden, Colorado, has an ABV of 5. It's an adjunct lager. Now, actually, I don't think Coors is too bad. You know, it's one of the adjunct lagers that I can drink all day and not get tired of it. In the previous round 4, it was Corona versus
Hofbräu.
And now the thing is, with Corona and
Hofbräu.
I picked Corona. But as I finished off the rest of the beers, I finished off the cup, I didn't really care for the Corona too much. It just had some kind of odd aftertaste or some kind of odd flavor that started emerging. And if I had to go back again and do it, I would pick Hofbräu. But I already made my choice, so I'm not changing it. Because that could also be biased, and I was hoping that Hofbräu would win. All right, let's see. One of these is marked on the bottom. And it looks like it's this one. So, let me mix these up so I don't know which is which. And as I finished that Hofbräu, it was still good. So it kind of gets to the point where I like a beer at first, but as I keep drinking it, I don't like it. Or there's something about it that I don't like. I like Corona, but it just seemed that after I finished off that glass, I really didn't want to drink another one, and I had no problem drinking the Hofbräu. They're both good. But I think Hofbräu is better, but Corona gets a win, and Hofbräu will have a chance to make it up in the loser bracket. That's why I do double and triple eliminations. Hofbräu shouldn't have been eliminated in the first round. Okay, now, and I think maybe I should drink both of these whole glasses before I make a decision. Got a very smooth taste, kind of hoppy sweetness to it. And I'm going to take a drink here. Sweetness. It's probably Coors. Oh, a much stronger flavor. But there's some kind of odd aftertaste. Yeah, there's some kind of, that kind of a pungent taste to it, and I guess I can open my eyes now. And it's odd. There's an odd taste to this, and I don't really care for it. So I'm gonna take a bite of some food here. Sausage, which Paulaner should go well with.
Paulaner.
Okay, it wasn't bad that time because I just preceded it with some sausage and mustard. which is a German traditional dish. This is watery in comparison. Now, to me, I generally like beers that are more flavorful, stronger in taste, not necessarily alcohol, but taste. And this one's definitely stronger in taste. In other words, it just has more flavor. However, I'm not sure that I like the flavor. And I can't describe it. Unfortunately, I simply am not good at describing the taste that I encounter unless it's something I'm really familiar with. And you see some other guys drink these beers and they describe the taste and it tastes like cut grass. Well, I can imagine what cut grass tastes like, but I really don't know. What else we got here? Sometimes they say it tastes like bread. I know what bread tastes like, but there are different kinds of bread. So do I detect any bread taste? So this one has the mark on the bottom. I forgot which one had the mark on the bottom.
You out of your mind?
I'll have to. I think this is the Paulaner, but I'm going to have to look at this video and so I can know which one I choose. This is a drinkable beer. You can sit there and drink this all day. It's smooth and weak. It's, as they say in Europe, making love on a boat. Okay, so I guess the descriptive word that I'm looking for is kind of medicine-y, or maybe it's like some kind of cleaner, which I've never tasted either. But if I had to guess what something like Windex would taste like, it seems to have that taste to it, or a medicine-y taste. But on the other hand, this one's so damn weak. So if I'm going to sit down and drink some more of these, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me to figure out which one I would want to drink more of. Probably this one. Because the more you drink and the more you loosen up, the more the beer starts tasting like water. So this is going to get even weaker over time. But it's not that bad. So I think I'm going to choose this one. I'm not sure that I really care too much for either of these. I don't know. I think that medicine-y taste that finishes might wear on me after a couple of beers and not want any more.